I bid you welcome. I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey into the gothic and the macabre. A journey into old classic horror films. These films have given me immense pleasure over the years, and still do. Nowadays though, I think that the general public are not aware of these films, which is a shame. They seem to be saturated in modern slasher films, which have been in the mainstream since the 1980s. I personally find these films most distasteful and utterly bollocks. I like the old films. They're much better. An era of great supernatural horror films. Amongst these were the great actors such as Peter Cushing, Boris Karloff, Vincent Price, and of course my personal favourite, Bela Lugosi. I've always been obsessed by him. I find him most fascinating. And I thought, you know, wouldn't it be a good idea to go to my hometown and ask the public, who was Bela Lugosi? Do you like horror films, my dear?
Most of the time.
Yeah, I love them.
You love them?
Yes. I do, yes.
I love horror films.
Oh, I do very much so, yes. Since I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
What's your favourite horror film?
Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Well, the other night I was watching Dawn of the Dead.
Is that the original one?
Yeah, the original one.
That's a classic, that's a good film, yeah.
When a Stranger Calls.
Yeah,
What's that?
When a Stranger Calls.
The Stranger Calls, I haven't seen that one.
Or Saw.
So,
Oh, I Saw 3.
I can't wait to see Paranormal Activity 2. Yeah, Poltergeist and things like that.
Anything with a zombie in it.
anything with a zombie?
Yeah.
A zombie fan?
Yeah.
Twilight.
Twilight. That's very popular now, isn't it? The vampires and that. But it all goes back to the old horror films.
I like certain types of horror films. Not a lot.
Alien, the first one.
Have you heard of Bela Lugosi?
Yeah.
You have? Who was he?
He was a famous actor who played Dracula.
That is correct. I love the gothic and the macabre. These films that were made during the 30s means so much to me. I've always been fascinated by... How dare you?
All right, Lisa, that's what you're doing down there.
None of your business, just common oik.
Right, get it right up here, man.
Is that a bottle that I see before me?
That's a bottle of your house juicy last one.
Bring it down.
All right, then, I'll be down 2 minutes, big chap.
That would be nice. This is a very old wine. I hope you will like it.
You sure you want some of this, big chap, man? It's lethal.
Well, that was the end of one man's journey, and I would like to take you on another journey, my past.
Where's that shithole, by the way? You better get out of here, son, don't hit the camera.
This is where my journey begins. You have to stop, Andy. Sorry, I just got overcome with emotion there. A lot of bad memories. Anyway, let's get back to this. This is where my journey begins, I used to live up there. My parents weren't very supportive, or basically not very nice people, very selfish and hedonistic. But I'm not condemning this town, Glenrothes, that I lived in. I mean, there's any people that were born into the same sort of family background, but mine's felt tougher because I was so alienated from everybody and everything. I couldn't seem to form long-lasting friendships with anybody or my peers when I became a teenager. In fact, I've always maintained that I was never a teenager. I withdrew into childhood, and it wasn't until a few years ago that I was diagnosed with Asperger syndrome, high-functioning autism, which I must admit, now it makes perfect sense. The years of alienation and isolation, I became a loner. I don't know what more to say really, it was shite. This is the Glenwood Library in Macedonia. I used to come here as a child often. It was like a sanctuary to me, you know, an oasis, as it were. It was a way of escaping, I suppose, from a horrible upbringing and hectic home life. I spent a big part of my childhood here. I was obsessed by dinosaurs as a child. I used to like the little bit in there, you know, this was the kids' bit, and they had books on that subject in there, but they were very simple. You know, but I used to always sneak into the big bit, as I called it, the adult section, to find big, interesting, thorough books. Supernatural, perhaps. Baloney, perhaps not. There are more things under the sun. I become obsessed in a way. I didn't realise then that this was my Asperger's kicking in, you know, to have an obsession on a subject. I found great solace in this place and in these books. It's always in my memories. That was fun. A good trip down memory lane, or is it amnesia lane? I can't remember. Lovely here, isn't it? Absolute paradise. Like to visit the bottle shop? I used to go there often, yes, to get my medicine, as it were. And my parents used to go there as well to get theirs quite often. Sometimes they'd empty my birthday cards of money and take them ill-gotten gains to buy booze there, which was very nice of them. Now, thankfully, all these buildings have been condemned and they're getting, all of them are getting torn down now, which is a good thing, I think. You get the area rejuvenated, because I don't think anybody should live in a shithole like this, really. But it was home for many years, fortunately. Beggars can't be choosers sometimes. I'd rather live in the forest than live here. Home. I have no home. Despised. Living like an animal. Jungle is my home. But I shall show the world that I can beat
Master, I shall perfect my own race of people, a race of Asperger supermen, which will conquer the world!
I left here about just over 10 years ago. And it was a relief, I have to admit, to get out of here. And of course, one of the best things that happened was that I met a fine woman whom I married and had kids, lovely children. I have my own family now, and we live in a nice house, a nice area. You know, it isn't luxurious, I'm still poor. She always found me very strange and difficult to live with, and I must admit, I am. I don't mean to be, it's just the way I am. You know, but she's been my rock. You know, she's a very, very practical person, and you know, without her and the kids now, I mean, I don't think I would survive. I was made unemployed 3 years ago. I don't like signing on the dole. Well, the job centre, as it's called nowadays. I have been pessimistic and nihilistic most of my life, but you know, things are looking better, and you know, I'm always looking forward. You have to look forward. You can't keep looking to the past all the time. It's getting better now. I mean, I have more friends now and I'm more sociable. I've been at college for 2 years now. I'm studying something practical, not media or filmmaking or any arty-farty stuff. I'm doing IT and admin, you know. I want to work in an office and have a cushy job. That's what I want. And a decent wage.
To a new world of gods and monsters.
I hope you've all enjoyed the journey as much as I have. I found it most pleasurable. I would have never made this film if I hadn't been interested in the subject matter. If it was about football, for instance, which I despise, then no. But because it's been about my Asperger's and about my love of old gothic horror films, I think the two have came together quite neatly. And also, I'd like to say that I never made this film in order to promote Asperger's. I didn't. I made it as a challenge. And, you know, on a final note, I'd just like to say, you know, when you think of horror films, don't just think of mutilations and gore and teenagers getting slashed. Check out the old classic ones. You'll never be the same again. Goodbye. I think I deserve a drink. I never drink. Why? Only Bucky. You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.